Show Up Game here, coming back to another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And in this video, man, we're going to talk about the problem with dating abusive women. And, you know, I have my own, I should say, experience in the past with you know, just dating aggressive women, I should say. And you know, a lot of people have their opinions as far as you know, some people say, hey, you should never ever put your hand on women under, you know, no circumstances. I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Man, I think before it gets to the physical part too, I think also the mental part. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the mental part of abuse, I'm talking, and guys don't even really realize that, like, it, you know, it's building up and happening over time. But just the way that women are interacting with them, you know, maybe putting them down, you know, not with their program, you know what I'm saying? Just giving them attitude, arguing, you know, just mentally really breaking them down. And then, you know, over time of that, you know, repeatedly happening, you know, that's when I see like the physical, you know what I'm saying? It's usually the mental abuse first, and then comes the physical part.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and plus one of the biggest problems in this country mainly is that, you know, there's a double standard too, where it's like, I mean, if a guy, let's say if a guy has to defend himself, right, against a woman, some people would say, hey, you're wrong. You should never do anything like that. You should never, as the man, you should have never let it come down to that. You should have done something else way before that. You know, it's easy to say that. You know, in theory, I would say it's easy to say that until you find yourself in a situation like I was.
Yeah. And you know what it is, Shark Game too. A lot of women, they antagonize dudes. They'll get in their face, push them, yell at them. You know what I'm saying? Hit them. Like they want to bring you know, that out in the guy. They want to be hit. You know what I'm saying? They try to get the guy to hit them, and then, you know, when they do that, they're like, oh my God, you hit me. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling the cops and all that.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. See, if she calls the cops, there's a 99% chance you're going to jail.
Not always, Shark Game. Not always. I got a story for that. Shark Game.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. So this goes back to when I was you know, dating my ex-girl, and you know, towards the end of it, and she had a kid, of course, too. So this is back in the simping times, man. And you know, we got into it, and I told her I was leaving. She told me I wasn't going nowhere. I said, what are you talking about? I'm leaving. She said, oh no, you're not going nowhere. So this girl tries to block the door so I couldn't leave. Finally, I move her out the way. You know, she dramatically falls on the ground and everything, making a ruckus, all that noise, man. So I just keep walking to my car. I get in and I leave. Now, I leave. I end up going to meet up with my stepdad and everything. Now, I come back to get my things to get out. And there's like 5 cop cars that pull right up, man. Right up. She called the cops. She said I hit her and all this other stuff. So I'm talking to the cops. And, you know, after the cops talk to me and we're talking to her, they come out. Now, this is 5 police officers come out. And they said, listen, yeah, man, it was serious, man. All the neighbors, everyone was out. They said, listen, I thought I was going to jail. I was like, that's it, man. I'm done. My job, everything, my life is done. They came out, 5 officers, Shark Game. They looked at me and they said, listen, we talked to her. We don't believe her story. She don't got no marks on her. You know what I'm saying? You seem like a good guy. We listened to your story. We talked to the landlord. Like she's full of shit. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna give us the keys to the apartment that I pay for, and you're gonna go for a little while, and then we're gonna have her get her stuff and leave. And I was like, yo, what about all my stuff in there? They said, listen, don't worry about that. That's material things. Right now, just go. I said, no more, and I left. But like I said, Shark Game, that right there was probably like the 1% that, what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
Because, like in some states, you don't got to have no bruises on those scars. You don't have, and I think North Carolina is like that.
Oh,
you
wow.
You don't got to have no bruises, no scars. The woman just can call the cops and just make up a story and come pick you up and take you to jail. Somebody now, plus in some states, if the cops have to come out for a domestic abuse dispute, somebody's going to jail. In some states. Yeah, that's how that is.
That's true. And when that happened to me, like I said, luckily, like the cops could see right through the bullshit. I was shocked. The blackmail, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was gone, but they could tell right. They didn't believe her story. Nothing was adding up, and they talking to me, and they realized it. But this goes back to it of how like you can't let girls mentally abuse you, because that's what I did. I let him mentally abuse me for so long.
Oh yeah, mostly a lot of time, man. It's if a guy snaps, it's usually a buildup. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's like he just got tired of hearing all that name calling, all that nagging. So that's usually frustration that's built up. And instead pressure bust pipes. So this is why, man, if you just gotta plan to get rid of some people. You know what I'm saying? And a situation where you're living with somebody, of course, there's a good chance you're not gonna be able to leave immediately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you gotta plan to get rid of her. Or plan to leave. Somebody got to go, because it's just not going to end up well. Nope. It's just not going to happen, But I mean, like when I was in my 20s, man, I thought this is when I got out of the Navy too, man, because I was like, I was really in shape when I got out of the Navy, like physically fit, and this girl came over, and I took a shower, and when I was in the shower, man, she started looking through my phone, through my cell phone, and I guess she saw some of my texts or whatever, and she just when I got out of the shower, she just started talking crazy. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, oh, I saw the text in your phone, blah blah blah, this and that or whatever, and this chick picked up a knife in the kitchen. So luckily, man, I talked it down because, hey, man, I would have laid her down. I had to do what I had to do, man. Because I'm not gonna let anybody hurt me, man. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's self-defense right there, Shark Game. That's self-defense. She comes at you with a knife.
Yeah, but some people I've told that story to, and they was like, nah, you still shouldn't hit her. I'm like, no, you crazy.
Man, get out of here with all that. If a chick comes after me with a knife, Shark Game, I'm defending myself, man. There's exceptions to that rule, very, very little. But if someone's coming at you with a knife and I'm supposed to just, oh, I'm not gonna defend myself because you're a girl. Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
crazy,
I've
man.
heard a lot of people make this argument, man, because they say, hey, when guys hit, we broke stuff. Guys have got more strength than women, so therefore, guys should never hit a woman. So I say, hey, man, women a lot of times don't even use their hands; they use a knife or a gun.
Yeah. Man,
What are you
it's
talking about?
always weapon.
Yeah, mostly it's always some type of weapon most of the time. So strength, they say the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Hey, man.
I
This
mean,
is serious, man.
I'm like, look, man, I'm sorry, but hey, man, I told one lady, I said, look, I believe everyone should keep their hands to themselves, to be honest, but most people don't believe in that concept. So hey, man,
Hey, no.
it's a
I
cold
just
world out here.
yeah. You gotta, but overall though, all jokes aside, you gotta defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? If someone's gonna come with a knife or come with a gun, I mean, at that point, your life is at jeopardy, and
Exactly.
those rules go out the window. I don't care what anybody says, man.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna.
but you know what happens? A lot of guys, they um they don't want to get in trouble or whatever. I say, look, bro, hey man, look, even if you call the cops, they ain't gonna be in time, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
So, but
exactly,
then even then, I say, yo, if you can do everything right, and it still might not end up right, but
exactly.
at least you end up just you live to see another day. If you have to get an attorney, hey man, get it. You know,
Yeah,
I know some guys that had to do the same thing. I said, hey man, hey, you live to see another day, and the best part about it, you don't gotta deal with her no more. That's
yeah,
it. It's over.
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
And when you that's another thing too, like when you get out of a an abusive relationship or abusive marriage, if it's mentally or physically, once you get out of that situation, because at that point you've already lost yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're not yourself when you've been in that relationship, if it's one,
No.
2 years. So once you leave that person, you're gonna feel it's gonna be like a weight lifted off your chest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just emotionally, physically, like you're gonna get back to the way you used to be, and that's a good feeling because
Yeah.
some people don't realize, how much somebody can hold them back.
Yeah. I mean, because people like that, they bring out the worst in you. So people either pushing you forward or holding you back. And
Definitely.
if you feel like someone is bringing out the worst in you, you need to plan to get away.
Mm.
It's just not gonna work out. You know.
No,
It
that's definitely true.
Yeah. It's like you know. I just never seen it go well. There's some people, they're like bloodsuckers,
Mm.
parasites. they just
Yeah,
not. They just have no good intentions. Now some people put on a good face, put on a good front, but that doesn't really mean anything. Some people are
and
very disingenuous. You know what I mean? So
no, definitely.
you just got to be careful. Really.
A lot of the other thing too, Shark Game, is I feel like people get real comfortable with each other. I think we talked about that before. People get real comfortable with people, and they start dealing with way more than they should be, just because they're like, well, I've been with this person for this long, it'll get better.
Well, yeah. I mean, it becomes normal after a while. Plus, you don't really know the this person's background. They might have grew up looking at somebody that were being abused, whether it's their mom or their dad, or their grandparents or whatever. So, or it depends on the environment they grew up in. Sometimes we tend to model what we saw when we were young, and if you take that person that grew up in that environment, watching somebody being abused, slapping, hitting, yelling, screaming, fighting. If you take that person out of that environment and put them in an environment that's peaceful, with no yelling, no screaming, no violence, they won't know how to act. They'll be like,
Exactly.
it's bored. They'll self-destruct the relationship.
No, you're definitely not, and that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. I've had that happen too. That's why when it comes like to relationships and whatnot, like you can really tell somebody how somebody is by the family, especially women. You can tell by the mother. If the mother's all crazy and right, you can tell the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So you know what I mean. Eventually, that's what she's gonna know.
Yes, that I like that. That's where most of the problem stems from. That mother. See, no one is supposed. You're not supposed to say anything about nobody's mother. See, mothers is off limits.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where most of the problem stems from. That's why the woman is giving you a hard time, because her mom taught her most of that garbage.
Yep, it's true. It's true. And then they just carry it on, and then you're seeing when you finally realize that, you know what, I shouldn't even be with this girl. Now years have already passed. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting valuable time. So, going forward, you really got to judge people, on how, their mother, their family. You really got to look at things like that. You can't just overlook that.
I always ask, who raised you? Who raised you?
Yeah, right.
You got raised by a monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In Shark Game, that's why they say too, a lot of times, in the single mother households and things like that with no father, things like that. That's why sometimes like you get those girls that act crazy, and even dudes too, because they don't have two parents in the household. You know what I'm saying? They got one person, and usually the mother's working, crazy hours. The kids are by themselves, so they here or they there. They don't get the family structure.
Yeah, that happens because they don't have that. They don't have the balance within the same household. See, the dad might be down the street, or the mom might be down the street, but they still in separate households. They haven't been in the same household long enough to see two people interacting with each other. So that makes a big difference, And then you got some parents, they just didn't have very much impact in some kids' life growing up. The parents are home, but they really ain't home sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So and you might think that kids don't it's like, oh, they're young, you know what I mean? They don't know no better. But kids remember, you know what I'm saying? Like kids do remember.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I remember stuff. I remember stuff when I was 6 years old, man. I mean, I remember. You don't really forget. Most people don't really forget, especially the bad things. They really ain't gonna forget that. But I remember the good times, and it was a couple of bad times, but I remember probably the good times more than anything. But I think I was there's some negative things that happened to me when I was growing up, but as I got older, at a certain age, I made it a point to myself that I was not going to let the past dictate my future. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that things happen to them when they were growing up, and they kind of let that hold them back. Some people are mad because their mom spanked them when they were a little boy. I'm like, yo, that's 20 years ago.
In my house, that was happening, man. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, I was lucky if it was just a spanking.
Yeah, it's 20 years ago, man. Come on. I'm like, you're 35. So much people that's out here is like this, man. They still hooked on something that their parents did a long time ago. Or they still, especially guys. I mean, guys be hurt, boy. Guys,
Yeah,
women be hurt too, but not like guys. I mean, when guys be
that's
hurt,
true.
I mean, I know a guy that got a divorce like 20 years ago, and he's 60 now. He's still talking about it.
Wow.
He's still talking about it like it happened yesterday.
Jeez.
he
That
ain't
you're true.
never got past it, man.
Never got married again, nothing?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That,
I like, some people, man, some guys like never get past it. Now, there's some women might never get past it either, but at least they moved on.
yeah, exactly. But to let a woman have that kind of hold on you though for that long, like that's crazy.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, "Yeah, I bet your ex-wife, I bet she got married and moved on." He was like,
Right?
"Yeah, she did." All right, see.
Why are you still dwelling? Man, I could never do that shark game. I could never let like, a woman just like destroy my whole life because she left. You know what I mean? But that's when you put your whole life, you surround your whole life around one person, you know? That's when you forget who you are and all you do is just cater to that person's needs and just, you know what I mean? Cuz at that point, man, I mean, you should have been making some power moves.
Yeah. Well, man said, somebody on the chat said, many women today really think they can physically beat a man. The skinny jean males really look feminine, so women are sizing them up.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
I don't know. A lot of dudes be acting like females though. That is for sure.
Yeah, a narcissistic woman is. Well, you know what? There are some women, I believe, that do think they can challenge a man like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some women kind of get very aggressive with guys here where I live at. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what guys do. That's what guys. We,
Yeah, the
yo,
women be right in your face. You know what I mean? What are you
yeah,
gonna do? What are
seen
you
that
gonna
here.
do? I'm like, oh
I've
shit.
seen that here. One day, yeah, I've seen women, all groups of women talk shit to the guy in the car when it was getting out. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Dudes put up with that?
A lot of
dudes,
a lot
go,
of
dudes go to bed with women and talk to them like that?
sharp game. Let me tell you, man. The way this economy is nowadays, dudes will do anything to keep a girl around. They'll take straight disrespect. In public places, at their house, in front of their friends, all to just keep a girl. Especially if she bad too. Oh, forget about it. Is she a beautiful girl?
Oh
Most
yeah,
dudes will. Oh,
yeah.
that's you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I've seen that. Yeah, guys, if he's like hella attracted to her, yeah,
Mm.
he'll put up with almost anything,
And
especially
he
if
ain't gonna listen to nobody.
huh?
And he's not gonna listen to his friends, his family. Like he don't want to hear it.
No,
He's gonna stay with her.
yeah, I'm telling you. But the struggle, hey, the struggle's real out here for a lot of people too, man. The struggle's real out
Hey
here.
man, listen,
I'm
man. The
telling you,
struggle
man.
might,
I be
the
trying,
struggle might be.
I be trying to help a lot of these people out online, man. On my channel, the day job bailout plan. I be telling them
Mm.
go over there and subscribe, but I don't even have. I got a 947 subscribers over there. That's it. I,
Yeah.
I can't even get 1,000 subscribers.
I told you though. I told you, Shark Gang, because like this is like where everyone's at. You know what I'm saying? Like they know you're gonna go live on this, and you know what I mean. Like they thinking that they can get everything they need to get on this channel. They don't need to go to the day job bailout plan. They don't need to do all that. You know what I mean? They're feeling like they could probably get it here. but they're wrong because there's a lot of content on that channel that, you know, Sharp Gang can't speak, you know, on here for, or he'll get flagged. So there's a lot of you know, videos, you guys, a lot of material that's on that channel and also on Patreon too. So, you know what I mean? Y'all can think you're getting all the content, you know, right here, but the content, I mean, it's in Patreon, Day Job Bailout Plan. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on that you guys got to check out.
Yeah, plus, you know, you can't. One thing about being on YouTube, you can't. They don't like when you talk about money.
Yeah,
that's weird. I don't understand that. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anybody a certain amount of money at all, but you can't even talk about the concept of money without being flagged. I'm like, what's going on in this country?
yeah,
It's
crazy.
crazy. You know, I mean, you can now, if you're offline, you can talk about money as long as you want in the magazines, anywhere, newspaper, anywhere. But online, you know, a lot of these websites, they have a problem with that. I'm like, what's the problem? You know, now if you got a
Yeah.
blog, you know, I can talk about it on my blog, you know, because that's my blog. But like on any sites, Facebook, YouTube, and a couple of these other sites,
You gotta be careful, man.
yeah, they just, I don't know what's the problem. You know, they don't want people to make money or no, what? I don't
I don't know
know.
what it is,
I
man.
guess they
But
want people to take the leftover crumbs.
yeah,
Yes.
YouTube is real, and that's another thing too, Shark Game. You know that maybe not a lot of people understand. It's like, you know, if you start talking about everything that, you know, you talk about on the Day Job Bailout Plan and the Patreon, they're gonna flag you, and then after the flags comes the strikes. And I don't know, I think it's like 2 strikes, and then you're not doing videos for like a month. And then after that, if you get 3 strikes, you're done. There won't be a channel.
Yeah, yeah. I think this guy named Lance Scurv. He got 2 strikes, and he couldn't do live video for a month.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and then something else he couldn't do either. Couldn't do live video, and something else he told me, man. But he was getting, he got. I said, "What you got 2 strikes for?" He said he got 2 strikes because something about his content. I forgot what it was about, but they didn't like it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even talking about money. He was just talking about something in the news.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you keep it real on here, Shark Game. But I mean, there's certain things like, you know what I mean, we can't even say it. You know what I mean? That, you know, on the other channels we can talk about that. You know, Patreon we can say all that, but on here, you know, we talk that talk. You talk the talk, but there's still certain things that, you know.
Yeah. This most of the stuff that I write about, I don't talk about in video. Yeah,
No.
I don't, because it won't make it past. It won't stay up long. You know? Almost, as a matter of fact, almost 70% of stuff I talk about on video is not in the book. None of my books. So just imagine, anybody that's listening to me right now, imagine what I don't reveal versus the stuff that I've written. You know, this stuff that I've written, I've never seen anybody written anywhere else in book format. I can write about stuff that I've never seen before, but you know, I'm not going to do that either. You know, I'm not going to do that. Some stuff, man. Everybody's just not ready for the game. Everybody's just not ready to hear. You know, so you know, like if I was to start like man, the stuff on some of the stuff I do on Patreon, you know, I talk about a lot of stuff that I haven't written or I haven't written anywhere. And maybe the next book. As a matter of fact, I started writing my next book. I started it today.
Oh, you started today?
Yeah, I started writing it today.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and my computer overheated earlier, so I had to stop. Yeah,
You got the hot topics, Shark Game.
yeah, yeah. I had to stop, but I started writing it today. So maybe some of the stuff that at least one chapter of the new book, I'm going to talk about some stuff that's been going on with men and women in this society that almost nobody talks about. It happens all the time, but no one really talks about it. Everyone kind of like just go along with it. Just go through the cycle. As long as guys keep paying, as long as women keep getting exploited and justified, it'll just keep on going. Just keep sending them through the pipeline.
Right? It's like a merry-go-round, man. You know?
Yeah.
See,
It's crazy. It's crazy how things happen. And plus, see, when you let injustice happen and you don't say anything about it, or if you don't do anything about it, or if you stand around and see other people being mistreated and you don't do anything about it, and you know you can do something about it, you know you're gonna make a difference. What's gonna happen after a while? It's gonna be your turn. You're
yeah,
next.
that's karma. That's karma right there, Shark Game.
Yeah, see a lot of people in America, they think if they sit on the side like a cheerleader, they think that it ain't nothing gonna happen to them. I said, no, it doesn't work that way. No. No. I said, I tell people, look at the policies that the president is passing. Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
true.
Yeah. It's your
True.
turn, buddy. See, you cannot look at what's happening with the cops. Now, cops basically used to abuse us, right? But now that's
Yep.
starting to spill over on the rest of the people. You see how that works?
Yep, exactly. Everyone was sitting there watching, thinking it's not gonna happen to them. You know what I'm saying? Look at him getting beat. Now everyone's getting a little taste. You know?
Yeah. See, that's what happens. You cannot let you cannot be passive aggressive. You cannot wait until something happens to you. Then now you want to do something. No, it's too late
Mm,
now. It's too late.
exactly.
That's like saying, hey, I got a test coming up, but I'm gonna wait until the last minute to get ready. No, it doesn't work like that.
Well, I'm gonna wait till the morning of, and then I'm gonna start studying.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
Mhm.
You gotta stay ready. That's why they say if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I knew you were gonna say that.
a lot of people don't understand that concept in America. They think they can just stand on the side like a bunch of cheerleaders and be like, "Hey, man, it ain't got nothing to do with me. We good over here." Yeah, you might be good for now, but how long is that gonna
Mm.
last?
And then when it comes back their way, Shark Game, now they want the help. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone help me, help us. But before you were sitting there, not doing anything. Watching this guy go through it. Now you're going through, and you want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I like what John T said. He said one day you must wake up and do for yourself and be the leader you are supposed to be. No doubt about it.
yeah, definitely.
And not you submit to the man and need a choice. Go get that. That's another thing. Let me see what else. I like a masculine man. Many men think that I'm asking for trouble. Oh, okay. And you know what's funny? Let me tell you what I don't understand about a lot of guys.
What's
Why
that?
do some guys like being submissive and like being dominated by women? What's up with that? I
Man,
don't I don't understand that. I don't get
t-
it.
to me, dudes like that. I mean, first off, those are the dudes like you just said. They don't want to they don't want to take charge. You know what I'm saying? They want the girl to take charge of everything. And what most dudes don't even understand is, first off, that's a turn off to a woman completely. If she's having to take charge and you just sitting there just going with the flow, you know what I mean? A yes baby kind of guy. You know, you already
They be clowning the dudes after a
yeah,
while.
yeah. But those type of dudes, I feel like those type of dudes that let that happen, like they don't have any kind of self esteem. Like, you know, it has to be a self esteem thing. If you're not gonna, you know, step up to the plate and be a man, you just letting her take control over everything, telling you what to do, where you can go. I mean, that's a self esteem. It's a pride thing, man. I don't know.
It could be a fetish too.
that's a that's a hell of a fetish, man. I don't
Could
know
be a
about that.
fetish. Could be a fetish too. You know,
Oh
you just
man.
never know. My man John T say, the system is against men and women coming together. It's hard to lead, build anything up, but as a man, I refuse. It's a psychological thing. Sharp game is reminiscent to mother taking care of them crying and getting what they want. Yeah, you know, the system is set up like this. Like I just said it a couple minutes ago. The man is supposed to keep paying, and women are supposed to keep getting exploited, and they're going to justify uh, why women have to get exploited because these big companies, uh, women have to help them sell their products and services.
Yeah. And you said that
So,
you said that before too. Like, you know,
yeah,
everything is geared towards the woman. Look at the commercials, look at everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not geared towards, you know what I'm saying, men. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's why
women get exploited 24/7 in this country.
mm,
24/7.
it's
And
true.
the only reason they don't think they get exploited because they get paid.
That's how they justify it though.
Yeah. Well,
That's
like,
crazy.
look, when if you go to a fashion show and you're naked walking on the catwalk with some panties on and a bra, you're doing the same thing as a stripper. It's the same thing. The only difference is the
You getting paid
stripper
more.
the stripper is independent, and you got a big brand behind you. That's the only difference.
Yep. People
And
don't
you
realize
know,
that. Yeah.
they
The
both
Victoria's
selling they're both selling sex.
Yep.
Ain't no difference.
It's true. It's true
Yeah,
though. The Victoria's Secret model is the same thing as a stripper. Besides, you know what I'm saying. The stripper's independent, like you said. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And
See,
the model getting paid a lot more money and is held to a different standard. You know.
yeah, yeah, but
Mm.
it's held to a different standard because that's the perception that they done beat into the masses of people's head through commercials and propaganda and marketing and ads.
Exactly.
At the strip club, they on their own. Them guys can pick whatever woman they want. It's subjective, you know.
Yeah.
So nobody beat nothing in their head. They just had a couple of drinks. I saw a girl on television and said, "Hey, I'm going to the strip club. I want to meet a girl like that." So nobody had to
Yeah.
talk them into doing anything. The whole idea of going to the strip club is just hey, you know, I'm gonna give you some money and play like you like me. That's it. It's
Yeah.
a whole manipulation.
Yeah. I never got the whole strip club thing where dudes like going there. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I get it, but like at the same time, I'm just like, To me, it's just a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? And you see a lot of older dudes in there, man. You see a
It's a
lot of older
fantasy.
dudes. Yeah.
It's just a fantasy. That's all. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing
Yeah.
less. As long as the dollars keep coming, okay, she'll play like she like you. But when the dollars stop, she don't like you no more.
Yeah, she's your girlfriend for about a couple hours, but you
Yeah,
know,
that's really it. I mean, if you want to learn how to manipulate anybody, go to the strip club.
mm,
It don't. That's the best demonstration ever. It don't get no better than
true.
that.
Oh yeah.
You know how many strippers I've met that said, "Man, I can't stand a lot of these guys that I meet up in
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah. Same here, man. It's
Scum. They
I
call them
can't stand this
scumbags.
dude. Yeah.
Scumbags."
He always
I even
coming here
heard,
to me.
I even heard that Cardi B say, "Man," she said, "Man, I was sitting down the other day thinking about all the scumbag guys that touched me back in the day."
That's wild, man.
Yeah. So but you know what that does? That psychologically,
Messes you up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. But think about the opposite of that. Think about if you touch a woman and she wants you to touch her, it's
Ex-
gonna feel good. It's
mm-hmm.
gonna be like drugs, crack cocaine.
Exactly.
So
But when they don't, that's a whole different story. Now
yeah,
you feel weird. You know what I mean? Like you
that's
know.
gonna mess her up, man. So think about a woman that lets a guy touch her for 5 years that she hate.
Mm,
Think about what that's gonna make her numb. And
yeah.
then when she gets rid of that guy, let's say she was abused. Not only
Yep.
did she get touched by the guy, she was abused by him too. And she gets rid of that guy, and she meets you, and now you getting to know her or whatever, and she's standoffish, and you can't figure out why she's standoffish. You be like, yo, we just having a conversation, a good conversation. And all of a sudden, she start acting cold, you know.
Mm,
And then you say, hey, well, I'll call you later. The next couple of days, you see her again. She's okay now, right? And then
yeah.
after a couple hours, she's standoffish again. And then once you get to know her, you find out that she was abused, basically.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's where a lot of that shit comes from. You
Oh
know?
yeah. And you're the guy that's gonna get the shit end of the stick with that. You know what I mean? You're the one that's gonna have to put up with that. And as they as women say, accept me how I am. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're getting the shit in the stick from both ends. Both guys that hurt her physically, emotionally, you're gonna get that, and it's gonna take a long time
Long
to
time.
you know.
Long time. Boy, if you stay with a woman like that, first it's gonna take you a long time to reprogram her. Because that didn't happen overnight. So it's gonna take a while, a long time. Plus, boy, when you get in the sack with that woman, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to wear her ass out
Oh
every
yeah,
time. Because you
yeah,
gotta burn all that garbage that's been sat on
yeah.
her in the past.
That's
And you
true.
might not some guys don't have the energy for that. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Because that takes a lot of energy to be with a woman like that. Plus, some guys don't have the patience to be with a woman like that. That's why a lot of those women that got abused, man, they usually broken forever.
Oh, yeah.
You
You
know?
know, and I don't know about, you personally, Shark Game. I mean, you the same way like me. Like, I don't have time to sit there and spend, years or however long to fix them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to fix somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing a lot of dudes need to understand too. Like, do you really want to take the time to do you have the time to do
I
that?
don't.
Because as a mover and a shaker, you don't have time to do stuff like that. You
I
got to
don't.
get somebody compatible, you
I'm
know.
sorry. I don't. No, not
Mm.
not not at this
Right.
point in my life. I don't. I mean, maybe if I was in my 20s, early 30s, okay. But now, no, I can't do it.
Nah, Sharp Game. I'm in my late 20s, and I don't have time for that. I ain't got time for that, man.
I hear you.
I
That's
talk,
what.
I talk to you. I talk to you too much, Shark Game. I got too much game. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it, man. We talk too much, man.
Yeah, because I mean, if a man decides to stay with a woman like that and work it out, I mean, what's the difference between her and another girl that you might have around you? That's the thing, you
Right.
know.
And think about the new girl, Shark, what I'm saying, the other girl that you got around you that didn't go
Yeah,
through all that and isn't acting like that. Think of how much moves you can make with that girl because you're not having to reprogram her and everything. You're gonna make power moves, man.
yeah. I mean, someone that doesn't know shit or just ignorant to a lot of stuff, it's easy to teach them because they don't gotta really. It's no abuse there. I mean, they just don't know certain things. That's it. It's easy to teach somebody something new, but if someone has been damaged,
Mhm.
you gotta strip down, man, and then you gotta build them back up.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
that takes
And
time, man.
last time I checked, my name wasn't Bob the Builder, so
I know, right?
I got time like that, man.
Yeah, but
You know?
that's the problem when you that's one of the biggest problems with women that's been abused, man. You know, they and then you can spot I can almost spot an abusive woman. They'll start
Mm.
saying stuff like he's too nice. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Red flag.
Red flag right there.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man, with that. You gotta be
Yeah.
careful. You gotta be a good judge of character, man. You gotta really think when you meet somebody, what kind of moves you can make with that person. Like, is this person either helping you or holding you back? Like, do you see some sort of future with this person or do business? It don't even have to be a relationship, man. It can be
No, I
business. Can
don't.
you do business with this person?
Yeah, it don't gotta be a relationship. It can just be somebody that you spend that you enjoy spending time around. You know? You don't necessarily
Yeah,
have to be in a relationship with the person.
I mean
But
that's true.
you just know that, you know, some people they're just broken.
Yeah, you're not, and like the thing is, Shaw Game, is some people might be like, nah, I can fix it, I can change it, but at the end of the day, it don't matter how long you try. Not like you said, you just can't fix them. You might be able to, fix it for a little bit, but not long term,
See, then
not
that's
long term.
that's the thing. I think it takes somebody that you have to have experience dealing with somebody that's like that. I mean,
Mm,
you can't if you never had experience with somebody like that, building someone up, don't do it. You
yeah,
know, especially if you're in your 20s. If you're in your 20s, and I don't even think most guys would even know how to handle a woman that's been abused like that. You know, so
and
that's it.
and the, and the
I
other
wouldn't
thing
advise it.
too. No, definitely not. And the other thing too is you're gonna realize there's another aspect to that. So say you spend all this time and trying to and you invest. into this person, and it doesn't work out. Now you try to build her up, you spent money, you've done all that, and then she just takes off. Are you able to just accept that loss? Because a lot of guys, what I mean, they'll go
Right.
crazy. They put money and time and everything into that. You're not willing. They're not willing to just let it go like that. So
Well, that's a
you
part of
know,
the game.
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta cut your losses and move on, man.
And
You
I
know.
think that's a hard aspect shark game for a lot of guys is the cutting the losses and letting it go, man. You know.
Yeah, it's like just like anything, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta cut your losses and move on. Even though it's like you might have had good intentions, you might wanted it to work badly, but it ain't but so much you can do,
Yeah, that's true. That's
really.
true, man.
But I've been in situations where I wanted a relationship to work so bad. I wanted because we made plans. We was gonna start like businesses together. We was gonna start a nonprofit together. And we talked.
Mhm.
We had all kinds of plans, but you know, shit just didn't work out, man.
Shit happens, shark game. I've been in the same situation, man. With certain women, man, and I thought too. I thought it was gonna work for the long haul. They talking family and
Yeah,
this and that.
and then to top it off, I introduced this girl to my parents, my
That's
sisters, my
the
brothers,
that's the worst. That's what I hate, man.
and like I've never done that before. That's my first time ever doing that shit. So I'm
Mm,
like, this. I think we can do some shit together. I mean, I was convinced. She had me convinced. I was
yeah,
convinced, and then she had me convinced. And then I met her parents, and that's when I started to be a little worried.
mm,
Because
yeah.
the mom was cool, but the dad, he was a drug addict.
Mm,
And I was like, oh boy. Then at the time, the dad was living with her, and we caught him. He was smoking crack in the bathroom one night. One
ooh,
night. So,
yeah. That's.
cause see, I felt so bad for her. I felt so
Mm,
bad because what happened is we just got back from a bar and grill, and then she opened the door and she went in, and I smelled the crack smoke. I said, "Oh no!" I just put my head
uh,
down. I didn't say anything. She said, "What's that smell?" And she turned on the lights and went in the back, and he was in the bathroom smoking crack, man. So I'm
yeah. See
like,
that.
I didn't know what to say, man. I was like, oh man.
What can you
I
say,
knew what the
man?
smell. I knew what the smell was as soon as we opened the door. I knew what time it was,
Mm,
But I was just hoping that he wasn't back there, you know.
mm,
So that was the downfall of the relationship right there. Because what happened after that, she, they had their problems with the dad. She was in denial that he was even doing drugs for a while, and until we talked about that night, and then dad would disappear the whole weekend, spend all his paycheck, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much how they do.
yeah, it
They're
is.
not in they're not in their right mind. They're gonna smoke all the money up.
See,
So you know, the dad ended up going back home. Then uh, she started to take her frustrations out on me, right?
see that.
So
Yep.
I became like her punching bag. And see, so I tried to talk to her about it, but I just could not get through to her
Mm,
mentally. I just could not get through.
mm,
So what ended up happening, I just got tired, man. I just got tired of that shit.
Yeah, you do. You
So
definitely do.
so what happened is every Sunday she used to come over to my house, right? At the time. And when she used to come over, she used to always have on her PJs. She used to have on like a coat, but a
Mm-hmm.
robe or something over the PJs, right? But on this particular Sunday, she came over dressed, jeans, shirt. I'm like, what the hell? You got on clothes.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the hell going on?
yeah.
So she came over to give me a speech talking about she don't know what's going on because I've been detached or I've been acting like I didn't want to be around her. And I'm like, what do you expect? The way you been acting.
Yeah. Who would
Come
want to be around
on.
that?
But
Come
she
on.
still didn't get it. She still didn't get it, bro. I just could not get through to her. For the life of God, I couldn't get through to her. So,
Had to let it go,
so no, this is what she said. Now I wasn't going to let go, but this is what she said that I didn't like. And
huh?
boy, it was kind of like an ultimatum. I said, "Don't do it. Why'd you have to do that?" I didn't say that to her, but I said it to myself. Why did she have to do that ultimatum? I hate ultimatums. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
hate it. This is what she said before she left. She said, I'm going to leave here today. And if you call back, if I don't hear from you again, that's fine. If I do hear from you, that's fine too. But I'm not going to put my life on it that I'm going to hear from you again. I'm like, what? I said,
Mm.
why did you say that? Oh, no. Don't, don't. Why did
Mm.
you say that? That rubbed me the wrong way when she said that. And so I didn't call. So I didn't call. So what happened is she ended up calling me 3 months later, and we had breakfast at IHOP, and she just
Okay.
wanted to know what was going on with me, or whatever. But I didn't tell her nothing. And then I found out that she was talking to some other guy. He was a city worker. I already knew that, but I didn't tell her.
Yep.
She didn't know that I knew that. Somebody else told me. So I said, hey, once
Mm.
the guy told me she was talking to the guy, some other dude. So I said, hey, I, I wish her the best. You know
Yeah.
that,
That's
and I never seen her again since that day. You
wow.
know,
And you were with her for a while, right?
huh?
You were with her for a little while, right?
About 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years. Yeah, I think she ended up moving back home. She lived in Rocky Mount, North Carolina,
Okay.
a small town.
Okay.
I think she ended up moving back home or whatever. But hey, I wish her well, man. But I just I just got tired of that shit.
Oh yeah, man.
God
That's how happened to
damn.
me in my Avatar game. I was with her for 4 years, man. And that the ending that what I told you with the cops, that was the ending of it all, man. That went
Oh
out with a
yeah,
bang.
that's see. If you're getting whenever a woman gets a third party involved, cops, court system. Nah, see you're trying to messing with my freedom now. No,
Yeah.
no, we don't got nothing else to talk about now. No, forget about it. Whatever we
Yeah.
had planned, you can forget about it.
In Shark Game, I just hope that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the dudes out here, listening to the show, they can learn from our experiences. Like I said, I wasted 4 years of my life with that, girl. You can't look, you can get money back, but you can't get time back. You know what I'm
Nah, you
saying?
can't. You
I
can't.
made a lot of mistakes, man. Stop going to school to support her and the kid. Like, I did a lot of stupid stuff back then, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta listen to these videos that Sharp Game puts out there, man, and that we get together, like, y'all hear us talking about it, because I mean, it's all we're only talking about life experience. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no
Yeah.
script in front of us telling us what to say. It's just all from experience, man. So.
Well, man,
You know.
Alex said, put your foot dead in her ass and leave her right there.
And kick that chick out. Be all
Yeah,
done
man,
with
but
that.
sometimes, man, you never supposed to stop doing anything that supports you financially for a woman, and never
Mm-hmm.
stop doing anything that you're passionate about or something that brings in extra money. Never ever stop doing it for a woman. Don't do it. Don't. As a matter, I did a video
That was
two
the other
days
video.
two
Yeah,
days
yeah,
ago. 2 days ago,
yeah.
talking about this. Never ever stop doing. If you get with a woman and if maybe you was on your path, doing the entrepreneur thing or whatever, maybe you had a side hustle or maybe you started a full-fledged business. Maybe you got a spot on the corner. And if
Mm.
she tells you that she wants you to quit doing it because you ain't bringing in enough money, right? And some guys fall for this and they'll quit doing what they were doing and go get a job or sometimes go get a second job. And
Mm.
she's still going to say it ain't enough money because it ain't never going to be enough money working at a job. Not
And
with a
you know what?
family.
Mm-hmm. And you know what, Shark Game?
Yeah, go ahead.
After that fact too, the last fact that you said too, that at the end of it all, you know what I'm saying? She's either gonna leave
She's going to
mentally
leave.
or physically.
Yeah, she's going to
After
leave
all
you.
that.
She's going to leave you for another guy that's doing the same thing you wanted to do.
Yep, and that's after everything. After she's had you stop doing believing in what you were doing and
Yeah,
complaining about the money.
yeah. She's gonna leave you for the same type of guy that's doing the same or similar thing. And you're gonna be like, yo, I was trying to do the same thing 2 years ago. You told me not to do it. And
Yep.
he's doing the same thing. He right down the block. I know of him. And she's gonna be like, well, we make more money than you. But I could have built you. I could have built up the same amount of income as him, though, if you just supported me. Well, it's over now.
Yo. Yo, it's so true though,
this
man.
is
It's
why
so
you.
true.
This is why you don't listen to them when it comes to your income. No,
No,
don't do it because you're gonna end up resenting her in the end, in the long run.
that's true.
I'm
That's true. But
telling
not
you.
even just about finance though, Shot Game, about everything though. You know what I'm saying? Like everything ties together. Everything that you said about, like I said, the
Yeah,
finance to.
yeah. I mean, I've seen this happen so many times, so many times.
Mm.
Because what happens is, most women today, they like to play everything safe.
Oh yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
there's no reward if everything's safe. Now, see, here's the thing. If you're like in your 20s, let's say you're 20, I mean, you can screw up for the next 7, 8 years, and you're still young. You're like, you're not even 30 yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just, you test out a lot of things, have a lot of different experiences, and you find something that you like. Could be a hobby. Take that hobby and turn it into find a way to get paid from it. But if you didn't have the experience, if you didn't test a lot of things, if you never found out what you really like by just trying stuff, you would have never developed or found a way to get paid for your hobby or your passion. You know what I'm saying? But you're still young and you found it. And you're
Yeah.
not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
even if you're
You
30, even if you're 30, you still got another 30 good years of your life to live. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So when you're young, you can take those chances because you don't have as many responsibilities versus being married with kids and a wife, or having a house, or bills and all that stuff. When you're like late 30s, 40s, 50s, if you make a critical mistake, you're gonna have to eat that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to eat that. I
True.
mean, you're gonna have, even if you start making a lot of mistakes, you're gonna have to eat one of those mistakes. You're gonna have to eat that. You're gonna have to take that. But when you're in the
Mm-hmm.
20s, you can screw up, go to jail,
Go crazy.
do all kind of crazy shit. But you're still
Yeah.
young. You know what I'm saying? See,
Oh no, I hear you.
the younger you are, you have an advantage versus being older. This is why a
Yeah.
lot of women don't understand. You know, they want to, hold the guy back, saying, "Oh no, my uncle did it. It don't work." I'm like, yo, just let the dude live. You know, if you can't help him, or if you don't want to help him, leave him alone.
Exactly.
If you
No,
don't want to support him, you shouldn't be with him anyway. You know?
that's true. That's true, man.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand that. This is why a lot of relationships struggle.
Of course it is. Of course it is. You can't have one person doing everything, you know?
Yeah, nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing everything out here. That's bullshit. That's another trick that a lot of people have bought into the Kool-Aid too. That somehow people that's extremely successful, they act like they self-made. I'm like, what are you talking about? Ain't no such thing as self-made.
Someone always helped them. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get
Yeah,
there by yourself.
no, nobody's doing anything by themselves. I mean, you got people that got trust funds and stocks and bonds and insurance money, all kind of shit is being passed down. What are you talking about? Nobody's doing anything by themselves out here. I mean,
No.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that's successful done anything by himself. I don't know. I mean, if you
It's
meet
true.
anybody, let me introduce me to them. Let me talk to them because I know they
Right.
lying.
That's true, man. Everybody had help in one way or another, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So that it's like that's I think a lot of couples are kind of in that fantasy world where it's like they put too much of a burden on the man, and I think and a lot of guys take on too much responsibility, and they can't deliver on all that stuff because
Exactly.
they don't have the support.
Yeah.
They might have good intentions, but they're not going to be able to deliver on a lot of that stuff. So that's
And
where so you have like two people that's frustrated together, and that's where a lot of the chaos starts from.
and the thing too is like when the guy can't deliver, you know, the woman's looking at him like, what happened? You said you were gonna do this. You said you were gonna do that. You know, and the guy's like, I'm doing the best I can. You know, but they don't understand that, you know, because he took on way too much to handle. You know, intentions were good, but
Yeah,
you know, couldn't.
yeah, that's the thing, and a lot of people act like it's hit or miss.
It's true.
That's crazy. You can't you can't think like that. You can't
That's how a
act
lot of
like
people think.
I mean that's like it's non-negotiable. Either you're gonna do it or you're all in. You either gonna do it or you're not. I'm like, are you crazy? that's that's being kind of like irrational.
It definitely is unrealistic, man.
Unrealistic, yeah. Come
You
on.
know.
But
Uh,
but when you run into people like, there's signs of, you got to see a lot of the signs, early. A lot of times we see the signs, but we let it go over our heads. We let a lot of things slide in the beginning, man. And I think
it's true.
Everyone has done that. She's
Because they're in
happy.
their feelings. They're in the feelings, shark games. They're not thinking rationally. They're thinking with their feelings. That's why a lot of that stuff, people will see things, they'll see signs of things that, they you know, isn't right, or, they shouldn't go down that way. But since it feels good, you
Yeah.
know,
I mean, the dude Happy Station said, "Do you follow Vet Carnell? She speaks on that every week. She speaks about money." Now I don't. I don't follow
Mhm.
Vet Carnell. I don't. Something about that woman ain't right, man. I don't know. I don't know very much about her. Happy Station,
I
but
don't.
I I trust my instincts. And I'm right 97% of the time about people. If there's certain people, I might not know what's about them or what they up to or any of that, but there's just some people. There's most of the time, if I'm around somebody, or if I look at a video of somebody online, or if I'm sitting down talking to somebody, my sixth sense tells me, I'm like, something about this person just ain't right, and I'm always
Mhm.
right 97% of the time. And that 3% that I kind of be like, I could be wrong. They burn me every time.
You know why? You know what it is though, Shark Game? Because like you're sort of you're like me. Like I can go like when I'm talking to someone, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm feeling the vibes, the way they're saying things. The eye contact, all that. You got to pay attention to all that
Yeah,
stuff when someone's speaking. You know what I'm saying? How they're saying their words and things. There's a lot you can pick up on, man. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Because a lot of times their words, their body language,
Yep.
and their how they say their words is not congruent. It's
Mm.
it's not it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's out of balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Not in sync.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're
I'm
all
like,
over the.
I'm like, I'm talking like 97% of the time, I'm right. 90, this like 90, this one chick, I was like, this chick, she's a freak. She get down like I can hit that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it, but because I met her husband, but I was like, that chick, right? She keep coming over to the house. I'm like, that chick, right? She's that type that if you want it, it's there for the taking.
She'll give
But
it to you.
but just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Yep.
That type. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Out of,
And
out of sight, out of mind, Shark Game.
yeah, yeah, but and plus I put my theory to the test. I done
Mm.
something. I said, hey, I'm gonna do this. If she let me rub her back, I know I can hit that. And I rub her back,
Hmm.
she didn't have a problem with it. I was like, yeah, like just like I said.
Most dudes don't understand that. Like, if you're talking to a woman, you know what I'm saying. There's little things you can do to test if she's feeling you. Like, if you know what I mean, you feel her arm or whatever. Because women won't let you touch them if they're not feeling you.
Oh
No,
no, no,
yeah, no one's gonna let that. You know.
mm-mm. Hell no. No, you got
It's
that
true.
right.
Yeah,
There's
man.
some now. There's some women will try if they want to get something out of you. They'll try to finesse the relationship to a certain extent, and they might let you hold their hand or something like that. But when it comes to the body touching, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's a little too far there, buddy.
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. So it's all there's things you can do. It's things you can do to see if a woman's feeling you, and usually when a woman's giving you like a lot of eye contact and things like that too, smiling and stuff. You got to pick up on stuff like that, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Well, Happy Station said, Do you see errors in her arguments? I know exactly what you mean, but I never sense anything like that about her, at least not yet. Now, let me tell you the Happy Station. One of the things that made me have red flags about her is she's very disrespectful to elders. You know, she's anybody that's disrespectful to elders, people that put their life on the line in in this society, anybody that comes out and completely disrespects, undermine, um, uh, basically act like what they done or accomplished over the years is all for nothing. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
The lady,
That's totally disrespectful.
she completely disrespected Minister Farrakhan. That no,
Mm.
that when I see that, she done it to Minister Farrakhan, a couple other people. You know, when I see stuff, when I see somebody do that, yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that no one deserves criticism, but when you completely undermine the way it's not what she said, it's how she said it and how she went about doing it. When I see that, I'm thinking that you're an informant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't be like
that
that, man.
that that like, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen this before. You know, when I was younger, and I'm like, no, something ain't right about her. You know, you can't. So because see, when I see younger people doing that to old people that put their life on the line like that, first thing I'm asking is, okay, what have you done?
Mm-hmm.
What have you done? You put your life on the line?
Do
What
you think that's
you
okay?
start
Just
you
kind of make
started? How many people you fed over the last, I don't know, however long you've been living, 40 years? I mean, how many jobs you gave people or you created for people? How much land have you, I don't know, helped people get, or fields, crops, garden,
mm,
huh? So I mean, I'm
mm,
just saying that's what the minister did.
man. I mean,
So
that's just total
so
disrespect.
I just I don't agree with everything the minister does. Some of the deals he do, I don't agree with all of it, but you can't deny what the Nation of Islam did. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
you know, what are we doing
I'm
here?
with you with that. I'm with you with that, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Aunt Dub, what's up, man? Yeah, I know that's a good point, Happy Station. You cannot blatantly, boldly disrespect people like that with no, not even a good argument. I mean, it was more like she was talking about Scientology. Who cares? talking about why Farrakhan talking to some guy that's in the Scientology. Who cares?
It's irrelevant stuff, man. I don't, Scientology.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, you just can't. I just think when people come out of nowhere, no one knows who she is. No one knows where she came from, and she gonna completely disrespect. I mean, old person after old person after old person, even disrespect the dead old people. Even the dead
Ruthless.
people get disrespected. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, somebody's
She's
paying you to
ruthless,
say
man.
all this. Yeah, somebody's paying you to say all this. I've seen this before. And like I said, 97% of the time, I'm right. You know, I'm right 97% of the time. And that 3%, if I'm near this person, it burned me every time. I'd be like, I knew it. I knew they weren't worth a nickel. This happens to women. Hey, this happens to women more than guys, man. Women ignore their intuition much more than us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more than us.
Yeah. You know, it's like, women like loving the show. And oh, that's good, Aunt Dub. Aunt Dub, where you from? Where everybody
And does
from?
like in the show?
Yeah, where everybody from? Tell me where y'all from. Yeah, you know, women are like the queens of ignoring their intuition, man.
Oh
And then
yeah.
they turn around and play the victim.
Yeah, they go get with a guy they know they shouldn't be with. That'll like beat the shit out of them. But then you know what I'm saying? They'll go tell their friends like, "Oh my gosh, he beats me," and then they'll go right back to him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
You know, that can be tough if that's your sister. Oh, or a relative.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've been in a situation like that with my sister. You know, you see, you can't really. The more you say, the worse the decisions she start to make.
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
so it's best for you not to say anything, unless, boy, unless it gets too far.
Yeah. True. You can
You
give
know,
advice, but you got to give it. You know, you can't just. You
you
know.
you you you, you can't really give no advice. You can't. You can give advice, but it can't be against him.
Yeah.
It can't be. It has to be like kind of neutral. It can't be like a knock towards him or something negative. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not gonna like that. She's gonna
Right.
take sides, right? So it's kind of like that's just a sticky situation, man, to be in,
Yeah.
really. You know, because
And,
if you go over there, let's say if she calls you and you
mm-hmm.
go over there and you pick her up and she come over to your house for a day or two, and he's gonna come over to your house and beg her to come back home, and y'all that might happen 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be like, yo, what you keep going back over there for? I told you can stay here. You know what I'm saying? And then she's gonna be
It's,
like, yeah, I know, but he begged me. I forgive him.
mm, it's
You know,
crazy, man.
yeah. You know, so it's good not to like, you know, kind of stay out of that. So my man, people in dude from Philly,
Philly.
Philly. I
Yo,
think
where's Rhode Island at? Where y'all at?
back Philly, California, New Jersey. And by the way, Charlotte. About to send the super chat, bro. Alabama. Hey, I lived in
Oh,
Charlotte for 11 years, Aunt Dub. Where you live at in Charlotte? I stayed in off of Independence, off of near Matthews. I stayed near Matthews for about 11 years. Heavy, man. When I lived in Charlotte, man, I was like a local celebrity. No
really?
doubt about it.
That's what's
I was,
up.
I was like a local celebrity, man. If you come, man, if you go to Charlotte right now, whatever you, whatever you
Heavy over
want,
there, start game.
whatever. I'm not even saying this to brag. Whatever you want to do,
Nah, I know.
whatever you need, I know somebody that got it. I got the hookup. I
Hey,
had it like that. I mean, like if you want a woman, I got you. I got it like that.
Man,
Yeah, I had it like that. And I left
that's
all
what's
that to come here to Georgia. Oh boy.
up. Well, you going back, so you're
Yeah,
going
yeah,
back, so don't even.
no doubt about it. I'm plus I'm going to visit the end of next month because
Oh,
my cousin he's getting married. So I'm going to the wedding. So my man said he stayed at Plaza in Milton Road. Oh, okay. I know where you at. Yeah, you off the oh, you in the beginning of you at the beginning of the plaza. Yeah, I know where you at. I know a girl that used to stay over there in that area. My uncle is one to put me on you, bro. Was just in ATL Saturday. Yo, uncle, I'm on my way, family. Hotel. Yeah. So what did your uncle say about me, Aunt Dub? I'm just curious. Your uncle's an older guy or younger guy?
put him on,
Are
man.
y'all the
Put him on
same
some real
age?
game.
Huh?
See.
No. You know what's funny? Some people, their uncle
uh,
is younger than them.
yeah, that's true. I know.
Yeah, yeah. So that happens. It's rare, but it happens.
Hmm.
So man, he stay I knew exactly the area where he stayed.
Is that over where you were?
No, no, but
Um.
I knew a couple girls that stayed in that area back in the day.
Uh, I got you.
Yeah. And my cousin, he stay off of Plaza. He stay off of Plaza, same area. Matter of fact, more than likely, shit, nah, my uncle was 60 told me he was on some game. Oh, your uncle's 60. Damn.
Look at that shot game.
Hey, yo, Aunt Dub, where you be hanging out at in Charlotte? You hang out at Fridays on the weekends? Fridays is the spot. It used to be the spot. More than likely, it still is. Fridays at in the university area. That's like Fridays in the university area. It's like a nightclub, bro. That's how they treat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's packed. Like on Fridays and some Fridays, but Saturdays, man, it's so crowded in there, man. It's crazy. You don't gotta go
Man.
nowhere else. Just stay up in there. You meet all the women. I'm serious.
Uh.
I'm serious. You don't gotta go nowhere else. If you like, say you have because there's a hotel, it's hotels in the area. It's a hotel behind the
Oh,
restaurant, two or three of them. And if
perfect.
like,
Look.
yeah, if you stay in a hotel, you can like walk the Fridays. You can stay in there as long as you want. You can meet as many women as you want. It's crazy, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. See what man talking about. You to me on the lay dog. What? What do you mean? Oh well. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, so hey man, what's the population like in your town?
Oh, in my town.
Yeah.
My town's my town's not that big, shot game. Cranston. See the thing with Rhode Island, man. It's a real small state, man. It's a real small state. Like I told you to go if you live up here, shot game where it's at is like Boston, New York. that's where you want to go if you
How
up
far?
here.
Well, okay, how far are you from New York? New York City.
Like 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad. I thought that's
Nah,
not that bad. Okay.
Boston, I could be there in 45.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you like a couple hours away from from the big cities. So
Yeah,
so how you think most people, majority of people, they go to Boston from time to
yeah,
time?
man. Yeah, like it's different from like where we're at in Charlotte, man. There's a lot to do, a lot of places out here. Like you got Providence, you got little stuff. But if you want to have a good time, man, you're gonna go to Boston. You're gonna go to Boston. You're gonna go to New York. You know, but most of the time you're gonna go to Boston because it's like 45 minutes away. New York is it's a little bit further. Not too bad, but
Yeah. So in your town, well, they got like a couple of stores, grocery stores.
yeah, they got stores. They got
A,
some malls out here.
a Walmart.
Yeah, they got Walmart. yeah, they got Walmart, BJ's, all that.
Oh, my man said it's making him wait 17 seconds to text. I was just and John T said he was just in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, see,
Oh, okay.
for some people, you know what I'm saying. Like once you live in Rhode Island for like a while, like, you get bored of like Providence and all that is nothing. A good time to me, like I said, I like to go to the casino. Like to go
And
out Foxwood.
Providence ain't worth a nickel.
Not really.
You know what? I used to have a friend that lived. Man, she might still live there. I ain't bullshitting. She didn't like it up there. She didn't like it.
That doesn't surprise me.
She's a chef. She opened a restaurant up there.
Yeah, you told me about her.
Yeah, she ain't like it up there at all. I said, oh man, what what you gonna do? You just open up the restaurant.
All right.
He's like, I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to get out of here for a little while, Sharky. I wanna like go on vacation or something, man. Couple months, man. I wanna do something. Man, my barber and a couple of my boys, they went to Miami. They went down to Florida. I didn't go though. I was working. I didn't have the time then. I was trying to get this job and everything else. But next year.
So they got big companies out there?
Yeah, they got some big companies out there.
Like tech companies or what?
Tech companies, not too sure. Like big like corporate banks, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's a lot of corporate buildings like corporate citizens, corporate Bank of America, you know what I mean? So yeah, they got some stuff, but like tech, they do have a technical college, New England Technical School. That's a college. They got that out here. That school, it's actually a private school. Actually,
It's
it's
a
pretty
what?
expensive. Private, like
Oh,
you pay.
really?
Yeah.
That shit is
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah. That's expensive, you know.
Yeah, private schools
But,
are always expensive. Whew. Boy.
oh yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting that the banks would be out there.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Citizen, Bank of America, all that corporate buildings too. Like
Yeah.
where I work, Shark Game, where I work, right down the street, like not even 5 minutes. Corporate Bank of America.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yeah, thanks, Aunt Dub. Yeah, that's interesting. You have a corporate building out there like that.
When
You
you
know
coming out
something?
here, Shark Game?
Huh?
When you coming out here?
I don't know. Hell, wait a minute. What y'all got an airport there? What's the nearest airport?
We do TF Green, but I'll pick you up in Boston though. That one. Yo.
Yeah. I'll come up there, man. I never been to Boston before. I would come up there one weekend. Yeah, I'd come up there.
Man.
I come up there for the hell of it. I do ain't, I be getting out of here as much as possible, man.
Yeah.
Except when if it's cold, nah, I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't going.
Don't come up here right now. Wait a couple months.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not gonna be fun right now.
When it's cold, I go south if it's cold. But I'm not going up north when it's cold. Oh, no way. Oh, no.
Yeah, don't come yet, Shark Game. Don't come yet.
Yeah, man. Well, it's a different type of cold up there.
Yeah. Man, I tell you.
man, it's still, man, it was snowing last week. So
yeah, no.
What's
no,
going
man.
on? This dude, I don't even know who video it was, but it's some guys on YouTube shooting a video and it's snowing. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Is this a old video? And I look at the date. He shot it yesterday. I'm like, oh. I'm like, man, it's April.
man, it's crazy, man.
That's crazy, man. It's a different kind of weather, man. I'm telling you.
We'll figure something out, Shark Game. When the weather's nice, you come up there, I'll come down there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. John T said he'll be there in 2 months. We can chill. What are you coming down there for, John? They'll be here in 2 months. I mean, why are you coming down here? Of all places, why here?
Shark Game, he's coming to chill.
Of all places, why Atlanta? I mean, this I don't know, man. This is a very unique place. It really is, man. I'm telling you. But hey, man, we've been on this thing for like we've been on there for 2 hours, man.
Oh shit! All right.
But hey,
it's always a pleasure chopping it up.
Yeah, exactly. If y'all like this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video, check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time.
Wait, Shotgun.
Huh?
You forgot about the Patreon, man.
Oh yeah.
In case they want to check out the videos on Patreon and get some gear,
Yeah. Check out my Patreon at patreon.com/sharpgame. And like I said, check out my website. Get all the gear, books, cups, t-shirts, bags. Everything's at chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, peace.